Hello guys, Unoraptormon here. Welcome back to the Cat Lady. The current time I'm recording this is 1 p.m. And as you can see, it's pitch black, at least in here. But that said, let's continue with this ever-depressing game. Like I said, welcome back to the Cat Lady.
What? Who's this? My eyes. I can't.
Incoming rain.
I can't see a thing. That bitch. A key. Who are you? Say something. Anything. I should be able to unlock the handcuffs now.
Oh, no, that's rain. It's just falling in a really weird pattern.
The gun. That idiot left his gun. No! No! I dropped it. Where is it? Where the hell is it? I've got it. I'm sorry, Mitzi. I have to break my promise.
Whoa. Oh, it... Well then. Yeah, it's currently pouring buckets out. Wow. Sorry that I'm distracted, but holy cow. It is pouring outside, and I gotta go drive in this weather. Crap. Death is nothing at all. You have only slipped away into the next room. I am I, and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, we are still. Interesting.
Hope you don't mind creepy posters.
It's your room. You can do what you like.
Yeah, the
with
window's
it.
almost whited out with water.
I definitely prefer this to fairies, rainbows, and pink unicorns. Did you make these?
Wow!
No, my boyfriend made them.
Crap.
Some of them, anyway.
Oh!
So, Miss Ashworth, I happen to have a bottle of wine in my bag.
It's currently
I was
hailing
going to
outside.
Robert, but I forgot all about it.
Robert?
The guy with the rats?
Oh, yes. Of
My
course.
poor Gru.
So, shall we have a drink then? We could get to know each other a bit more. I know, I promise I won't get in the way.
My
And,
poor Grill.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't feel like it. But since we're going to live together for a little while, it won't hurt if we talk to each other, will it?
I've got to drive in this crazy weather.
Yeah, that's okay, I guess.
She's got cancer.
I'll bring the
Alcohol's
wine.
not really gonna hurt that.
Oh, damn. It's one of those bottles with a cork. Have you got a bottle opener, Miss Ashworth?
In the kitchen. I'll go get it, shall I?
Yes, please. And while you're there, could you get a couple of glasses too?
Excuse me. That's a pretty shirt. Not much care for green, but you know, whatever works. Alright, so we know we got wine glasses in the cabinet. And we know we have have a corkscrew. Well, at least the wind died down. There was hail in that. That's crazy. One for me, one for Mitzi. I wonder what the spare bedroom. Okay, self-control.
Have you found that corkscrew yet? You also need some wine glasses.
Oh my gosh. And the hail's back. Oh! Oh my gosh. That is some big old hail. Oh. Jeez. Sorry I'm so distracted, guys, but...
There you go. Let's get that bottle open.
Okay, so if my video just suddenly ends here.
See if you can find some.
I found some wine glasses.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, right. That's all we need. Oh, Miss Ashworth, I really must say this before we start.
Yeah?
Holy cow, it's huge.
I promise I won't cut your throat when you're asleep.
Oh, Jesus Christ, protect me. Jesus, my
Very funny, Mitzi.
Oh, no, I mean it.
That's fine. But just so you know, I always sleep with my eyes open.
Okay, that was an interesting transition.
So, the big C. Want to talk about it?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really want to tell you about it like that. I put you in a very difficult position, I know. It's just that I was really desperate to get this room. I hope you can understand. This is the last and most important thing I must do before my time is up.
It's fine. You seem alright. It's just... I find it hard to trust people these days. Maybe it's time I opened my eyes to see others have problems too. Some, like yourself, even bigger than mine.
It looks like it's past.
What kind of
passing.
cancer is it? Do you mind me asking?
Brain tumor. Her name is glioblastoma.
Oh.
Haha.
Yep, they're all girls, the way I imagine it. Just look at their names. Lymphoma, melanoma, myeloma, leukemia, sarcoma. Each of them a fucking goddess of death. Beautiful and ruthless.
You might just be right about that, Mitzi. I used to be a nurse. I know a few things about cancer. And I know glioblastoma. She's a real bitch.
Yeah, and yet she gets to be the prom queen before night ends, while I disappear down the back exit.
How long?
They said I had a year. But that was 6 months ago, so... yeah. Not awfully long.
Is there anything...
They've tried.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So am I. Do you want to talk about something else?
By the way, that thunder, that's actually outside.
Oh, it's not raining anymore.
Oh well, I don't mind rain. Sometimes I even like it. But according to weather forecast, there's a nasty fog coming. Now that I'm actually scared of.
Montre
I
peludo.
got lost in a fog once, when I was just 9 or 10. I remember I sat under a tree crying, thinking some monster would appear right in front of me and drag me away.
But now that you're a big girl, you know there are no monsters.
Yeah? How do you know?
The only monsters are us. Murderers, rapists, arsonists.
I'd like to kill
They're the
every
real
race
beasts.
rapist. That would be
So
awesome.
far from humanity, they're no longer capable of feeling compassion or guilt. They're the ones we should really be afraid of. But whether they're lurking in the woods or fog or the darkness of our cellars, it's all irrelevant.
Real ones, anyway.
You
Not the
can't
ones that are
predict what
falsely
happens.
accused.
You can't do anything to stop it.
Which actually makes me kind of sick to say.
There is only one way. You turn into a beast yourself. And like them, you show no mercy.
The motivation for my second series character.
Ashworth?
I just don't
Yay,
like
finally let up.
murderers. They're nothing but
Parasites.
parasites. How are you planning to find this guy?
I don't know yet. A bit of detective work, perhaps. It shouldn't be that hard, really. There are only 8 apartments here. One is yours. That leaves us with 7.
My cat
I was
actually
hoping that
didn't
you could give me
fear,
a hand, actually.
so
You know some of your neighbors,
it
don't
didn't
you?
run off scared.
Not many. I never really cared about them. They changed over the years, too.
Interesting.
You've probably also figured by now that this is not the sort of place where new neighbors are greeted with a freshly baked cake.
Same with
You
us.
see a new face, you give them a blank stare as you pass them in the hall, and you forget about them a minute later.
That bad, eh?
Well, there's that bald guy who lives above me in flat 5. He came here recently to shout in my face. He's a nasty piece of work, but I really don't think he's the person you're looking for.
What does he do for a living?
I think he's a train driver.
I can't imagine somehow that my guy would be a train driver. Okay, that's good. Leaves us with just 6. Anyone else you know?
I'd have to think.
You know, maybe not tonight. Let's just talk about something else, okay? I have plenty of time. There's no need to rush this. Maybe tomorrow we could sit down together and make a plan. I could draw a simple map of the building, and with your help, mark down who lives where.
Sounds good to me, Mitzi.
Hold on.
You mentioned a boyfriend. Tell me something about him.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about him. His name is Jack. He's dead.
I guess you
Oh.
should have used the term was.
Miss Ashworth, are you sure you want to listen about my miserable life? I don't want to bring you down. These aren't happy stories.
And I'm not a happy stories kind of person. I'm sure you've noticed by now.
I guess so. Anyway, I suppose I would have had to tell you about Jack sooner or later. After all, he is the main reason I'm here. I just don't know where to start.
Tell me how you two met.
Oh, we knew each other for like forever. We grew up on the same street. It's funny how we seem to be made for each other. Perfect match. I always knew he was the guy for me, and I'm sure he never doubted that either. Jack was absolutely crazy about me. We thought one day we would marry, have children, be happy. I never had many friends because I had Jack. I didn't need anybody else. You know, if there's one thing I'm really grateful for in my life, it's that I got to experience this pure, perfect love. Some people go through a lifetime without knowing how it feels. I guess I've been very lucky. But all luck runs out sometimes.
Unfortunately.
Jack made those pictures on your wall. Was he an artist?
He always liked all kinds of morbid stuff, whether it was music, movies, paintings. So do I, really. We had that in common, amongst other things. People say it's depressing to listen to sad songs or watch sad films, but I never felt that way.
And yet, you are scared of fog?
Oh, that's different. I might be scared of fog, but I like spiders. They're beautiful.
You must be out of your mind, Mitzi.
No, honestly, there's a certain indescribable beauty in sadness. Just like there's beauty in the grey and ugly winter morning when you look past the obvious and notice what others can't see.
You must love my apartment then. It's like Ugly took a vacation here and never went home again. How did he take the news about your cancer?
He thought I was joking at first. He laughed. And he got really angry. I swore to him I was serious, but he still wouldn't believe me. We had a big fight that night. It was our first and only fight. But it was awful. He smashed some stuff. His guitar, of all things, was the worst. He loved that guitar. Why did he break it? He was absolutely furious. He walked out on me that night, and when he came back the next day, he was different. Begged me to try surgery and chemotherapy. I didn't really want those things, but I did the chemo for him. It didn't help. It just made me feel sick all the time. I felt trapped in this strange place where nothing that happened around me seemed real. Maybe that's why I didn't see what my cancer was doing to Jack, and it was destroying him as well. He changed. He became obsessed with death. It seemed death was all he ever thought about, even though it was me, not him, who was supposed to die.
Yeah, my mom recently had a bout with breast cancer. She's a survivor now. They managed to got it out in time before anything bad could happen, or anything worse, I should say, could happen.
How did he die? How did Jack die?
It was so distant in the last few weeks before he died. What I didn't know was that he kept looking for something. I don't think he even knew what exactly. But it eventually found him. Or rather, he found him. There are those forums online, you know, about all sorts of stuff. Fishing, computer games, horses, gambling, addictions. Everything, really. Accidentally, Jack stumbled upon one about suicide. There's a guy there. Calls himself the Eye of Adam. He's a fucking god on that forum. It's like a failed suicide club. People mostly try to help each other and offer support. Sometimes it just helps to know there are others like you. To listen to their stories and how they cope with their lives. But the Eye of Adam is an advocate of death. He dwells on human weakness. His job is to plant an idea, to give them a reason to die and tell them how to do it, once and for good. Jack took the bait. Before he knew, he was completely brainwashed. One day he sat down with me and tried to explain his perfect solution. It was the Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. We were both to die together in each other's arms. It was supposed to be a quick and foolproof death. There was no chance we would have been saved. All thanks to the Eye of Adam, who created a tool for perfect suicide. He told me it was very simple. All we needed were 2 easily accessible household chemicals, which combined together create a gas called hydrogen sulfide that kills you within a couple of minutes. I told him he was fucking nuts, of course, but he just wouldn't give up. He reasoned with me, and
Jesus, what a
he
hell of a way
begged.
to go.
and eventually just kept screaming at me. I figured it was his crazy idea of a modern romance, but it was downright tacky and just wrong. Finally, he said he would get everything ready and wait for me in our special place at dawn, 5 in the morning. Don't be late. Those were his last words he said to me. Then he stormed out. I cried for hours, thinking I didn't deserve all that from the person I loved most in the whole world. A few times I even tried to persuade myself that maybe he was right and I should do it. I just couldn't. I eventually fell asleep. I didn't plan it. My head was killing me. I was so tired. I woke up suddenly. I could see the sun rising out my window. It was nearly 5. In utter panic, I threw myself off the bed and ran out the door. I needed to stop him. I needed to get there before it was too late. But right there in my bedroom, before I even left, I already knew it was. When I arrived at our special place, it was already bright. We used to go there in the past. Drink wine, sometimes smoke weed and listen to Pink Floyd, sometimes make love in Jack's car. There wasn't really anything special about that old parking lot. But to us there was. It was completely abandoned. It was quiet. It was safe. After that day, I've never gone there again.
I wouldn't either. You'd think they'd let the character run at this point in time. Jeez Louise.
There were signs on the car windows.
Warning signs, yeah. I found on that forum that the Eye of Adam doesn't want any accidental deaths. So we posted this poster design for people to print. It turns out there's a whole sick ideology behind it. Fumes from the car could hurt anyone who opens the door, and that's not the point. The idea is to die willingly and with clear mind, to prepare for it, to embrace it.
Jesus. You'd think the police would investigate the whole thing. Sounds almost like a sect.
This guy knows how to hide. The police can't be bothered to make an effort. It took me 3 months to track him down. Now I'm finally so close. I can almost smell that fucker.
How strong is that gas?
Extremely deadly, it turns out. It kills in minutes. It's that stinky stuff that smells like rotten eggs, you know? At high concentrations, it can knock down an elephant.
I'm so sorry. I think now I understand. He loved you so much, he couldn't bear the thought of living without you. And that guy, the Eye of Adam. I'm not surprised you want to find him. I know I would. I'm not sure if I should believe that you only want to talk to him. But hey, that's none of my business. I wouldn't know what I'd do if this happened to me.
Good to know, but I really just want to talk. I want to face Jack's killer and tell him what he's done to me. You know, the funny part is that he actually told me where he lives. He wants to meet me. Would you believe that?
How come?
Well, this kind of thing he does is called trolling on the internet. It's usually a form of extreme bullying and psychological cruelty.
Eh.
Those who are clever enough say
Tumblr
"Don't
anons.
troll. Don't talk to them. It only makes it worse if you show any interest in them at all.
Yeah,
And
I've learned that the
Adam
hard
is
way.
No exception. He craves attention.
Which is the reason I
The
block
hungry
a lot of
troll wants to
anons.
devour as many hearts as he can get a hold of. I emailed him and told him I was a massive fan who loves his work. He wouldn't believe me at first. But trolls are always hungry. And and I was prepared to serve him a meal fit for a king.
What do you mean?
I fed him so much bullshit that he really believed I'm a suicide preacher just like him.
Great. I wish he'd given you his door number, though.
It's all a part of some sick game he's playing. Sooner or later, I'll find him.
What are those two chemical products?
Well, I'm not sure if you want to know that.
I get it. You don't want to tell me because I'm a fucking suicidal maniac. Is that it?
No, Miss Ashworth. No, I didn't mean it like that. Okay. Maybe to some extent. Just replace maniac with victim and fucking with recovering. You've only just come back from the hospital. Whatever it was that made you do it, you proved you are capable of going through with it. I don't know you long enough to tell you if you're completely over it now. And the last thing I want is to give you stupid ideas. It would be just like what the Eye of Adam does. I would never forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me. I mean, how could I?
What if I promise to you I will never do it again?
Okay. Alright. But if you don't keep your promise, Miss Ashworth, I'll find you in hell and kick your lying ass for breaking my already broken heart.
You can't kick my ass when I'm dead.
I'll soon be dead too, Miss Ashworth. So, yeah, I swear I will do it.
I don't think so. You'll go to heaven, you muppet.
The recipe for this deadly cocktail is very simple. Any good housewife can make it in a blast.
With that said, I'm going to save here. Actually, I'm just going to put 2. Alright, with that said, I am going to, if I can get my silly watch to work, I'm going to end the episode right here. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Unoraptormon signing out. Ciao!